Breaking news, Man Utd pick bold and unusual lineup against Brentford. Harry Amass set for his debut. Hello and welcome to today's VAR 360 News Bulletin. Dear friends, after a 2-week break for international fixtures, the 8th round of the English Premier League will officially return this weekend. Manchester United will host Brentford at home, with the clear mission of securing all 3 points to improve their position in the league table. However, difficulties have emerged early for manager Erik ten Hag, as the squad has been severely depleted by injuries. This forces him to make adjustments if he wants to achieve a good result this Saturday. An unusual lineup may even appear at the Theatre of Dreams. Let's now review the notable information about the Red Devils squad situation ahead of Saturday's match, and the unusual lineup Ten Hag is considering. After the match against Aston Villa, the Old Trafford side received news of 2 injuries to Harry Maguire and Noussair Mazraoui. The English centre-back encountered a problem in the final minutes of the first half when his sock was torn along with a foot injury. Meanwhile, the Moroccan newcomer was unexpectedly substituted at halftime and replaced by Victor Lindelof. Through social media, Maguire has updated his situation, stating it will take a few weeks to recover. He has already begun treatment at the club, but it's expected that we won't see Harry Maguire return to the lineup until the end of October. This is truly a significant loss for Manchester United, given that the defense has been their most reliable area since the start of the season. As for right-back Noussair Mazraoui, he has been diagnosed with a heart rhythm disorder. Specifically, his heart was beating faster than normal after the Aston Villa match, and coach Erik ten Hag had to substitute his pupil early to avoid risks. He underwent a minor surgery to address the situation, and everything went well. According to initial reports, the star born in 1997 won't be able to return until early November. Previously, Noussair Mazraoui had to miss 3 months of play early last year when he was diagnosed with myocarditis after contracting COVID-19. The Red Devils are aware of this and are closely monitoring the situation before deciding on a course of action. According to an update from Morocco's national team coach Walid Regragui, the former Ajax Amsterdam star is not facing any serious issues and will return to the national team in November. Another case being closely monitored is Lisandro Martinez. He encountered a problem during the recent FIFA international break and couldn't participate in the match against Venezuela. However, for the home game against Bolivia, the Butcher was brought on as a substitute in the 73rd minute to replace veteran Nicolas Otamendi. Thus, Manchester United fans can somewhat breathe a sigh of relief as Lisandro Martinez has not suffered a too serious injury. With the unfavorable news in the defensive line, coupled with the fact that Luke Shaw and Malacia won't be able to return to the pitch until late October or November, coach Erik ten Hag is forced to make adjustments for the match against Brentford this weekend. Currently, only Matthijs de Ligt, Johnny Evans, Victor Lindelof, and Diogo Dalot are guaranteed to be in the best physical condition. But it's worth noting that 3 of these are centre-backs, and only the Portuguese star is a true fullback. Therefore, the 54-year-old manager has considered using veteran Johnny Evans in the left-back role. This information was recently revealed by the Mirror. Ten Hag wants Dalot to maximize his potential in his natural position and only make changes on the opposite flank. However, there are concerns surrounding this idea. Although the Northern Irish veteran is strong in aerial duels, has ample experience in one-on-one situations and good situational judgment, he lacks speed. This could be an opportunity for Brentford's young players to exploit. Brian Bomo and Carvalho Fabio are both very good at counterattacks, with direct play based on their speed and strength, so they will bring many difficulties for Johnny Evans if they actively combine to attack this position. Therefore, although this experienced defender can play in any position with his experience, if he doesn't handle it well and allows opponents to get past him, Manchester United will face many dangers. Another name that could be used on the left flank is Victor Lindelof. But the Swedish player's physical condition is still a question mark, as the star born in 1994 only played a few minutes in the match between Sweden and Slovakia before resting completely in the victory over Estonia. The former Benfica star has also just returned from injury, so asking him to start immediately requires very careful consideration. To solve the issue on the flank, it's likely that Harry Amass will be called up. After many rumors from the beginning of the season about when he would start, the 17-year-old had quite good performances in the pre-season friendly matches. It seemed he would be given a chance in the first team this season, but so far this player hasn't had any playing time for the first team. Even in the very easy match against Barnsley in the third round of the Carabao Cup, coach Erik ten Hag didn't use Harry Amass, and fans only saw him play for Manchester United's U21 team. Although before the new season, Ten Hag himself praised his pupil, but also reminded fans that the future of the English defender is still very long ahead, so we can't rush. Harry Amass has great potential, but he needs to improve. In the past 12 days here, during the tour, this young man has made great strides in both skills and fighting mentality. But there's still a long way ahead, and we shouldn't rush. And with the current unstable personnel situation, especially on the left flank, the former Ajax commander may call up Harry Amass to the first team. In his hands, there are still Lisandro Martinez, Johnny Evans, Victor Lindelof, and even Toby Collier. But all of these can bring defensive capabilities, while support in attack or combination with Marcus Rashford is almost non-existent. Therefore, in the most difficult circumstances, perhaps coach Erik ten Hag will boldly use young elements like the defender born in 2007. Not only to save his position, but also to bring surprises to the opponent. Thus, it can be confirmed that a completely new defense will appear this Saturday. And can the Old Trafford team improve their clean sheet record this season? Next is the midfield. With Kobbie Mainoo's confirmed injury, although not too serious, if he can't pass the medical team's test, this young man will have to be absent against Brentford. Besides, another notable case is Manuel Ugarte. After the match with Ecuador on Wednesday morning, he was diagnosed with an injury. It's likely that after a long flight and unstable physical condition, the Uruguayan midfielder won't be able to start this weekend, and whether he will be in the starting lineup or not is another story. Thus, with Mason Mount's return, will Ten Hag bring a midfield rich in attacking power? Or will it still be the duo of Casemiro and Eriksen guarding the center circle? The Brazilian star has had a full 2 weeks of rest, while the Danish tin soldier just had a super performance against Switzerland in the UEFA Nations League matches. So he will be the element that the former Ajax commander trusts in the tense match that will determine his future. And both will join captain Bruno Fernandes to form the midfield trio of Manchester United. Mason Mount could be a solution for the second half, as the 54-year-old manager will be more cautious with his pupil's health condition. However, the Red Devils really miss the pressing ability of the English star, so this will be Erik ten Hag's trump card if he needs something explosive or if Bruno Fernandes brings heavy disappointment. Thus, the midfield of the Old Trafford team is waiting for official information about the health status of Kobbie Mainoo and Manuel Ugarte to see if both will participate in the match against Brentford or not. In addition, Eriksen's fitness also needs attention because he has been continuously playing in recent times. Finally, let's look at the attack, where Manchester United has recorded 2 injury cases of Garnacho and Amad Diallo. This duo has both withdrawn from the national team, but the health status of each person is still waiting for official announcement from the club, so the starting lineup must have changes. Previously, according to information from Sky Sport, the Red Devils medical team had advised the Argentine youngster not to be reckless in playing when the injury has not fully recovered. But after the match against Aston Villa, it seems Alejandro Garnacho's physical condition has become unstable, and he is unlikely to appear this Saturday. Besides, Højlund is likely to return to the bench. Although rumored to have physical issues before the match with Switzerland, the 21-year-old striker still started. However, his performance didn't leave too much impression compared to his brother Eriksen. The number 9's physical condition in recent times has also been really impressive, and if he can't meet the requirements of continuous play, it's very likely that coach Erik ten Hag will let Joshua Zirkzee return to the starting lineup. Although the Dutch Tornado star hasn't performed too well recently either. In addition, Antony is also hoped to start this Saturday, when both Alejandro Garnacho and Amad Diallo are having injury problems. But if Ten Hag doesn't trust Antony, Bruno Fernandes will move to the right flank position, while Mason Mount will be fielded from the start to enhance pressing ability. In summary, a very fresh lineup could be introduced by the Dutch strategist this weekend. Will Johnny Evans play left back, or will Harry Amass make his first team debut? Besides, can Eriksen maintain his form as in the Danish national team, and will the Antony tune ring out at the Theatre of Dreams? There's a lot to look forward to ahead, and coach Erik ten Hag will be determined to win all 3 points at all costs to save his own position, while confidently declaring to the leadership that he deserves to hold the hot seat at this club. What will the result be? Let's wait and see. That information has also concluded today's news bulletin. Goodbye, and see you in the next videos.